the autofocus ray condenser microphone. Awesome, bulky, robotic, futuristic microphone. When you look at the features that this microphone has, you may think twice about the microphone you have, whether it's dynamic or condenser. We're gonna jump right into what some of these features are and how it could help you in your content creation. If you're the type like me that moves around a lot and sometimes you turn and you lose audio from your microphone because you're turning away from it, or you're stepping back a little bit and you start to get a little bit of dip out in audio levels. It sounds low and echoey. This will be the solution for you. What am I talking about? I don't know. Let's first look in the box. We'll get to that. Let's go. Here we are with the unboxing of the Lewitt Ray autofocus condenser microphone. That's right, it is an actual condenser XLR microphone. Haven't reviewed a lot of those on this channel, but today we're going to do it. And this one is a special microphone with specific autofocusing for audio. Now let's pop this top open. Your instructions, scan to check out your full online guide. Wow, off the top we got this cool looking little leather pouch. All right, taking off this top piece here. This is the pop filter right here. Pretty cool, nice and sturdy, has their little Lewitt logo. Then with that, we're gonna also get a, what is this thing here? Ah, how cute, a little baby pop filter here that you will put in front of your microphone to mitigate some of your plosives and maybe some of your sibilance. Uniquely enough, this is double layered. Yes, if you see this front piece, it kind of bends here on the corner, a little bit thick, and then on the back it's flat. So it's dual layered. The shock mount in all of its wonderful glory, pretty big and bulky. This thing is going to have a nice big house to sit in, and it has a tightener here, your connector at the bottom, which it does support both 3/8 and 5/8. And for all intents and purposes, it is all plastic. Yes, I'm not feeling any metal here. This guy is pretty heavy. Yes, I feel the weight. Completely metal body here. Everywhere, from the capsule mesh cover here to the body, which feels like steel. And this housing here where your XLR cable connects is steel, practically some kind of metal alloy. And this of course would be the front of the microphone where that huge diaphragm sits. Nice, decent size, but once you start housing this onto your shock mount and then putting the windscreen here on it, you're gonna get a bigger microphone. So let's go ahead and do that and see what it looks like. And the bottom of this windscreen is a magnet, so it will stick like such. This looks like a very bulky Terminator type of microphone, but with the weight and look of this, I'm hoping for a very excellent sound. I expect a lot of pickup. So all right, let's plug this in and dig into the technology that this thing is built in with. This is the gain. Wow, it's super loud at 100%, and it's doing its distance pickup. Let me lower this down a little bit. 45%. Wow. Okay. So as a condenser microphone, it's loud as expected. Big pickup. My HVAC, I just turned it on intentionally so you can hear the pickup that's in the next room, and it's closed by a door. Right now you have it set so that the Aura technology is picking me up based off of distance. Has these lasers that detects objects in front of it. So it's not just that it's your audio, your voice, it's a physical presence of something. So I can step back and it's going to get louder. But if I put my hand there, it's as if something got closer. See, so you can kind of block those lasers to kind of throw off the distance. But as I get closer, it'll drop down. Some of the noise gets dropped down and you get some good, crispy, clean, high fidelity audio here. First impressions of the sound, and it sounds pretty good as is. And I like this audio profile, especially when you get close to a mic like this. You're going to get some good, clean audio. Just don't blow into it with your hisses, because those S's are pronounced Peter Piper. picked a pack of Pepsis, pop them, pour them into a pitcher profusely. If I take this off, Peter Piper picked the so the diaphragm is big for one, and it's also kind of open even though it's behind that mesh. So you're gonna need this particular pop filter to go with it. Also, let's just mention that this microphone does require 48 volts of phantom power, so be sure you turn that on your audio interface and mixer, otherwise you're not going to get any power running through it. Stepping back away from it is going to pick up and just boost the gain into like this far mode, and you can see it visually as you step away. Indicator here tells you how far you are away from it. You can turn it off just by clicking the button, and now it's just working as a microphone with no gain technology picking you up. So if I step away, it's not going to get louder, and if I get closer, it's not going to reduce the audio. It's going to be as a regular mic, which you can use it. Wow, that bass sounds pretty good. I can hear it. Also, that sibilance. Woo! All right, let's put back the Aura technology. So that way it moderates my audio based off of the distance that I am from the microphone. Now, not only can it regulate gain based off of proximity to the microphone, it can regulate how and when and where you mute your microphone. Yes, mute by distance. So essentially the mute button on the right side, you can mute it normally, you just press it once, but you can also hold it for a few seconds and it will start flashing. And then what you want to do when it flashes, you step back a few and you make the distance where you want it to be muted, and then it'll just set it at that point and it turns red. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to press it for 5 seconds. It's going to start flashing mute in red. And if I step back, I want this to be the mute distance, and it flashes, turns green, and it's ready to go. So right now I have set it by distance to about right here. So if I'm talking and I decide I want to walk, and if I get close again, it's going to stop doing that. And if I go back again, and pretty cool. So if I had to say something to someone on the side real quick, it's going to mute your microphone based off of that distance, and you can set it kind of to as far as you kind of like it to be, at least well to the max that this beam picks you up at. Once you have your settings, you can hold down both buttons, and what it's going to do, it's going to lock the setting. Yes, and when you lock your setting, you're going to see it flash after you hold it for 3 seconds. And now you are locked. So whether you press the Aura button or the mute button, none of the buttons are going to do anything. It's going to flash and nothing's going to happen because you are locked. And that lock sticks around even when you unplug the microphone, come back the next day, whatever, plug it back in. It's going to stay with that particular mute setting. And while the Aura setting is just the default, right? Or it's just on or off. You're going to unlock it, hold it for 3 more seconds. It unlocks, flashes several times, and then you are unlocked. Final thoughts on this device. Overall, I think this thing is a pretty cool, freaking cool microphone. Yes, and the technology that it's proposing and it's pushing, not necessarily based off of audio levels of any sound really, but based off of like physical presence in front of what the beams are capturing. I think it's pretty cool, right? So if it's just going to be your face in front of it talking and you're kind of dipping back and you want it to capture your audio, then that is going to work. It's been working flawlessly in the past few hours. I've been kind of tinkering around with it. So yeah, it works well. Maybe, I don't know if the technology exists, but I'm pretty sure it does. In the future iteration of a microphone like this, it will go based off of your gain level. So if I decide to start talking low, and maybe it'll boost my gain so that way it picks up a low. Because sometimes people have variations in their way they speak. Everyone's not just like one specific volume. Sometimes you're going to get loud and maybe you could just drop it down, and then sometimes you whisper a little bit and it'll pick it up based off of volume that's being detected by the microphone versus the distance that's being detected, or maybe a little bit of both. That would be more money. What? Now, I will say that if you're out of line of sight of the array, right, maybe just as a point of improvement, that it defaults to its regular gain, which could be relatively loud if you have it set loud so that it picks you up at a pretty decent distance. And if my gain is really loud, well, let me just do a demonstration here. Right now, my gain is set to 90%, but it's low because I'm close to the microphone. So it's going to drop it down. But the instant I get out of line of sight, it's going to be really loud. See that?
So you got to be careful and moderate your gain properly. If I drop the gain all the way down like that, it's pretty low. I got it like at 40% right now. It's pretty decent at 40%. The pickup on this is monstrous. If you're interested in something awesome like this device in particular, link in the description. If you like Lewitt technology and the kind of innovative stuff they appear to be doing, then you might want to stick around on this channel because I got more stuff coming from them, including their awesome new, well, not that new, it's been out for a little bit, but their Lewitt Connect 2 interface, audio interface, XLR, and we're going to combine it with this microphone right here in an upcoming video. So stick around, subscribe if this is your kind of thing, like if this is your kind of thing, and watch this next video right here if microphones is your kind of thing, because this microphone right here is also an awesome beast. It is my second go-to for now. I'm going to be using this, but I'm going to that. I'll see you in that video later.